Hello and good evening. You're watching AWANI Tonight with me, Hafiz Marzukhi. Malaysia Aviation Group has placed an order for 30 Boeing 737 aircraft, with the planes to be delivered to the company by 2030. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim hails the acquisition as a key milestone that not only modernizes the fleet but enhances Malaysia's global aviation standing.
The investment goes beyond modern aircraft. It signifies MAG's commitment to progress and the future of air travel for all Malaysians and communities it serves. These aircraft will improve travel, incorporate modern technology, and enhance efficiency, while also creating jobs, driving tourism, and strengthening industries that thrive on a robust aviation sector. The ripple effect will be felt across our economy, creating new opportunities for businesses and individuals alike.
The order consists of 18 Boeing 737-8S and 12 Boeing 737-10S, all powered by CFM LEAP 1B engines, with the option to purchase an additional 30 aircraft to be delivered by 2030. Anwar also highlighted this year's full regional recovery in the airline industry, with all regions surpassing pre-pandemic levels. Asia-Pacific Airlines' annual growth led by a large margin, a 16.9% year-over-year increase in revenue passenger kilometres or RPK, signalling continued growth and expansion.
Our crowning moment.
The government has announced a special Aidilfitri financial assistance for civil servants and retirees set to be disbursed next week. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim confirmed this when met after performing the Friday prayers.
Anwar, who is also Finance Minister, said that civil servants in grade 56 and below will receive 500 ringgit, while retirees, including pensionable and non-pensionable veterans, will receive 250 ringgit. This comes after the government reassessed the situation, citing improved governance, better service delivery, and the dedication of civil servants. The payments will be made starting March 24th, with the initiative costing the government up to 1 billion ringgit. Meanwhile, the government will disburse Phase 2 of the Sumbangan Tunai Rahmah on March 24th, allocating 1.7 billion ringgit, up from 1.5 billion ringgit last year. Around 8.5 million recipients, or 60% of Malaysian adults, will receive up to 650 ringgit in this phase. Both existing and newly registered recipients in the STR database will receive the payments either through direct bank transfers or cash disbursements via Bank Simpanan Nasional based on their eligibility category.
The government has deployed all available resources to ensure the safety and welfare of residents in Johor, Sabah and Sarawak affected by the floods. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi says efforts are being made from rescue operations to the distribution of essential aid. Over 13,000 remain affected, with 117 temporary relief centres or PPFs open across the 3 states. Johor recorded the highest number of victims, with over 11,700 residents taking shelter in 98 PPS. Zahid said the government, through the National Disaster Management Agency or NADMA, has channeled funds totaling 50.61 million ringgit to assist flood victims in Johor. He warned that the upcoming monsoon transition could bring thunderstorms, heavy rain and strong winds, potentially causing flash floods and structural damage. Lembaga Tabung Haji announced a profit distribution of 3.25% after zakat for the 2024 financial year. This is the highest rate in 7 years since 2018.
Religious Affairs Minister Datuk Muhammad Naim Mokhtar said the total profit distribution was 2.92 billion ringgit, benefiting more than 9.54 million Tabung Haji depositors. He explained it was driven by improved investment performance, economic growth and a positive stock market last year, as well as ongoing efforts to control operating costs. Tabung Haji's total profit distribution over its 61-year history amounts to 45.79 billion ringgit. Depositors would be able to check the 2024 profit distribution credited to their accounts from this Sunday.
All road maintenance work that requires lane closures on highways will be halted from March 24th to April 7th to mark the Aidilfitri celebrations. Works Minister Dato Sri Alexander Nantalinggi says the move is to prevent disruptions and traffic congestion during the festive period.
Alexander said the temporary suspension coincides with the enforcement operations conducted by various agencies, including the police, the Road Transport Department and the Malaysian Fire and Rescue Department.
Jadi tidak ada kerja-kerja perbaiki dan pembinaan dan kerja-kerja penjengkaran dibuat sebab akan mengganggu dan boleh mengakibatkan kesesakan jalan. Jadi untuk yang dari 24 bulan hingga 7 bulan April. 24 bulan ini hingga 27. Hingga 7. Hari-hari yang itu kita tak benarkan, cuma kalau ada yang sangat-sangat mendesak. Emergency case kita kena benarkan lah. Kalau tidak nanti masalah juga. Only in cases of emergency kita benarkan. Yang lain tu kita tangguh dulu.
A new survey by Ipsos reveals that 77% of Malaysians report being happy, surpassing the global average of 71%. The study conducted across 30 countries found that Malaysia's happiness levels outshine those of other developed Asian nations. Japan and South Korea reported much lower happiness rates at just 60% and 50% respectively. In Southeast Asia, Malaysia's happiness ranks higher than Singapore, which came in at 73%, while Indonesia and Thailand recorded 79%. Despite financial concerns, including job security, housing, and financial stability, Malaysians remain optimistic. 59% of respondents believe their lives will improve over the next 5 years, surpassing the global optimism rate of 53%. Research manager Atticus Poon from Ipsos says the survey suggests that non-material factors like emotional connection and appreciation are central to overall well-being. We'll go for a short break. Stay with us.
Menggaruk kulit kepala disebabkan kelomomor, masalahnya lebih mendalam. Gunalah Head & Shoulders menembusi 5 lapisan untuk membasmi kelomomor dan kegatalan. Bebas kelomomor sehingga 100%. Head & Shoulders diuji secara dermatologi.
Uniform Tentera Darat Malaysia TADM bagi peserta program latihan khidmat negara tidak seharusnya menjadi isu hangat.
Jenayah penipuan pelaburan mencatatkan jumlah kerugian tertinggi pada tahun ini setakat 2 Februari lalu.
Kementerian Pendidikan memandang serius isu peningkatan trend penggunaan rokok elektronik.
Lembaga Lebuh Raya Malaysia LLM memperluaskan larangan kenderaan berat memasuki lebuh raya pada waktu puncak di beberapa jajaran terpilih di sekitar Lembah Kelam.
Heathrow Airport, the world's second busiest, is facing a complete shutdown today following a devastating fire at a nearby electrical substation in Hayes, West London. The fire has left tens of thousands without power, affecting flights, trains, and also local services. Over 1,300 flights to and from Heathrow are expected to be cancelled today. The airport is warning of significant disruption over the coming days and advising all passengers not to travel under any circumstances until it reopens. In addition to the flight cancellations, train services have also been severely impacted. National Grid is also reporting a power outage that has impacted tens of thousands of homes. The outage, caused by the fire at the North Heights substation, is still being dealt with and restoration efforts are ongoing. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. However, the UK's Energy Minister says there was no suggestion of foul play. An eruption at Indonesia's Mount Lewottobi Laki-Laki volcano late Thursday disrupted air travel, leading to the cancellation of several flights to Bali. The volcanic eruption sent ash clouds soaring over 8 kilometers high, prompting authorities to raise the volcano's alert to the highest level. Bali's main airport remained operational, but 7 international flights were cancelled on Friday morning, while some domestic flights faced delays. Mount Lewotobi Laki-Laki, a 1,703-meter twin-peak volcano on the tourist island of Flores, erupted late Thursday for 11 minutes and 9 seconds, according to authorities. While no damage was reported in nearby villages, officials warned residents of possible volcanic mudflows due to heavy rainfall. In November, the volcano erupted multiple times, killing 9 people, disrupting numerous international flights to Bali and forcing thousands to evacuate. US President Donald Trump signed an executive order on Thursday calling for the closure of the Education Department. It will leave school policy almost entirely in the hands of states and local boards, a prospect that alarms liberal education advocates. This comes just over a week after his administration began sweeping layoffs at the department, a long-time target of conservatives.
After 45 years, the United States spends more money on education by far than any other country, and spends likewise by far more money per pupil than any country, and it's not even close. But yet, we rank near the bottom of the list in terms of success. But we're going to be returning education very simply back to the states where it belongs, and this is a very popular thing to do, but much more importantly, it's a common sense thing to do, and it's going to work. Absolutely, it's going to work.
According to the administration's own numbers, Trump inherited a department with 4,133 employees. Since then, nearly 600 workers have chosen to leave by resigning or retiring. Last week, 1,300 workers were told that they would lose their job as part of a broader workforce reduction. The Sudanese army has recaptured the presidential palace in Khartoum, marking a significant development in the country's 2-year-old conflict. Military sources say troops were conducting search operations around the palace, pursuing members of the rival paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, otherwise known as the RSF. The RSF's commander vowed to defend the presidential palace and surrounding areas that were under his group's control and threatened further attacks in several northern cities. The civil war, which began nearly 2 years ago in Khartoum, has seen some of its biggest battles in the capital. The RSF has held most of the capital, as well as Western Sudan, since the start of the war. The World Health Organization estimated at least 20,000 people have been killed so far, although other estimates put the toll as high as 150,000. According to the United Nations, at least 10 million people have been forced from their homes in Sudan, making it the world's largest displacement crisis. That wraps up this edition of AWANI Tonight. Check out our web portal, keeping you informed on the critical events shaping our world, all in one place at international.astroawani.com. That's all for now. I'm Hafiz Marzukhi. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.